Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. I cannot complain myself. Kind of an interesting topic here. Got some updates in the media right now. We're talking about Mariah Carey. She received a almost kind of like a lifetime achievement award, but it is the Ultimate Icon Award. She received it at the past 2025 BET Awards. And this was her first BET award ever, which almost comes as a shocker because she has received a lot of awards, but she has not received any BET awards. So it's just kind of startling when you think about it. That is basically like a new fact for me because I didn't know that she never received a BET award. But I can speculate and I can say maybe it was because she almost downplayed her blackness, if I could say so. Now, I remember a lot of Mariah Carey songs, you know, the Obsessed, Always Be My Baby, We Belong Together, and she got some other good songs too. That I cannot think of right now, but definitely like if you turn the radio on and they'll be playing some Mariah songs, and she has some good music. She definitely was doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? Like in the 90s, she was doing her thing, and like the whole Christmas like mood and stuff. I mean, amazing, ridiculous, like amazing. It's very surprising that she has not received a BET award until this time in her career, right? The latter side of her career. But I remember people saying that she basically was downplaying or denying her blackness. I looked at a few videos in the past, and she didn't specifically say she was not black. She said her father was like, had some black in him, which, would explain why people were so interested in knowing what race was she or what color was she, what did she identify as. But she identifies with all of her heritage. Right, that's what she identifies with. And I have a video clip, and I'll play the video clip for you. Here's the clip.
You ran into some controversy about your heritage, your background, are you black or white, and all of that. When you were going through that, what were your feelings? What were your thoughts? And did you ever address it head on?
It's very, very difficult to even like get into that because I don't think people could understand it unless they like lived in my shoes and really knew how hard it was, because it's very tough to be interracial. It really is, because you never know how people are relating to you, perceiving you, you know what I mean? And I personally never really felt like one way or the other. I always felt like I was very much like an outsider to everything. You know what I mean? Not feeling like one thing or another. And that's why, I don't know, it was just very, very, it made me feel good to be embraced by all different, charts and things like that, because it made me feel like it's okay to be who I am. I don't always have to worry about, well, maybe they're thinking this, or maybe they think, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right,
it's like, why does it have to be about that?
Right.
My father's black in Venezuela, my mother's Irish, I should be able to be a combination of those things and not have to worry about, but what are you? You know what I mean?
Right,
But
right.
which one of those three things are you? It's like, I'm all of them, and that's who I am. To deny one would be to deny myself,
Right.
So I have to be everything that I am. That's it.
So you are comfortable with that now? I mean, you've come to grips with that, and it doesn't bother you like it did before?
I think that people are more bothered by it than I am.
Yeah.
I think other people have a lot harder time dealing with me being multiracial than I do. It's fine for me.
Right.
I don't think about it. But other people like to be able to pinpoint you and to kind of stereotype you and say, what are you? Where
Right.
do you fit in to my puzzle so I know how to categorize you? You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't need to categorize myself because I'm me. But other people you know, don't have the same outlook, and that's understandable. And hopefully one day we'll be able to deal with each other
is it really understandable?
as people and not, you know, categories.
But you know, it's the same thing happens in your career too, doesn't it?
Right.
I mean, and I'm not just talking about you in particular.
Right.
But people always want to know, well, what kind of music? Are you an R&B artist or are you pop?
Right.
You know, what do you do? They want to categorize it.
Right.
So you deal with that in your personal life and on a professional level too.
Well, the truth is, I mean, there can be a rap song that comes out and that's the biggest song on the rap charts, and it crosses over and suddenly it's pop. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not about what are you making when you go, you know, make the record. They thought it was a rap song. Suddenly, you know, kids in the suburbs are buying it, and so therefore it's pop.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's all about how many people relate to it, and you know, that it's crossing boundaries, and it's all good. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be, well, you crossed over, so, you know, therefore, you know, we don't respect you anymore.
Right, you're no longer R&B.
Right.
You're pop.
Exactly. It's all where you're coming from inside, and that's how I look at it. And I know that not everybody looks at it that way, and that's cool with me.
So I'm not too sure if that had anything to do with her not receiving a BET award until 2025. BET is an acronym that stands for Black Entertainment Television. So I think maybe identifying as black maybe has something to do with you being pulled in the category, any of the categories. But that's also not true, because I know Eminem has won some type of awards. I don't know if it was like BET awards, but I know he's won some awards. But I mean, that shouldn't matter anyway. But it's still, looking at it now, like just for myself, and there's other interviews you guys can look up as well. But she does claim her heritage, you know, as being black, but she's just not saying, no, I'm not. She does that. That's, I think, the part that people are not comfortable with, because she's not standing in her black. She's not saying, yes, I'm black. No, she's not saying that. She's saying, I'm all of these things. You know, she's mixed with, you know, she has some Irish, white, Latin, you know, Hispanic, whatever she was saying. And then she lists, like, her father was half black too, or had some black in him. So she's all of those things put together. But I mean, I can understand where she's coming from, but I see how just that, because she's widely known for, besides her talent and all the other things, that's one thing that I know that has always been basically attached to her, especially from my lens, looking at her longevity of work. But moving on to what she actually won, Mariah Carey received her first ever BET award at the 2025 ceremony, being honored with the Ultimate Icon Award. This marks a significant milestone in her career, as she has previously not won a BET award. So congratulations, right? Round of applause. I think it's about time. It's overdue. And then once again, I don't know if that had anything to do with her not winning an award until now, but you know, that's just one of the things. That's like one of the first things that pop into my head when I just start thinking about Mariah Carey. But definitely icon. Like I said, you know, I have a shirt. I have like a Christmas shirt, and it has Mariah on it. I haven't worn it. Still gotta, you know, I probably gotta buy some more. Get some more gear before I wear that one and get it all washed up and everything. But hey guys, that's what I got for you. Like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I hope to see you guys back here again. Peace and ciao.